Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a burning sense of shame for your own emotions? You're a smart, capable person. You solve complex problems at work, you build strategies, you read the right books, and intellectually, you understand everything. But for some reason, the moment a certain type of person appears on the horizon, someone cold, elusive, and unavailable, your logic shatters. You feel guilty because you're waiting for a text again, forgiving their coldness again, and choosing this emotional meat grinder over and over. Meanwhile, healthy, warm relationships feel insufferably dull to you. But what if I told you that your addiction to this exhausting emotional roller coaster isn't a sign of weakness, stupidity, or lack of self-respect? We're told that being drawn to those who reject us is just low self-esteem that needs fixing. That's a myth. Your reaction isn't a malfunction. It's a perfectly tuned biological mechanism that has been hijacked. The depth of feeling you're ashamed of, this all-consuming pull, is actually your hidden superpower. Your brain isn't broken. It's a highly sophisticated chemical laboratory capable of synthesizing emotions of incredible intensity. And your psyche isn't an open door for manipulators. It's a fortress, but you've accidentally handed the keys to the wrong people while trying to save them with your empathy. Today, you're going to learn their secret. You'll understand the invisible mechanics that make your heart race the moment someone pulls away. I know how tired you are of understanding everything, but being unable to stop. I know the paralyzing loneliness within a pseudo-relationship and the pain that creates an addiction stronger than any drug. You aren't going crazy, and I understand exactly what you're going through. Over the next 8 minutes, I'll show you exactly how your own mind plays against you on behalf of an unavailable partner. We're going to deconstruct the anatomy of this attraction down to the atom. I guarantee you, by the end of this video, you will never look at your feelings, the emotional roller coaster, or love itself the same way again. Are you ready to stop blaming yourself and look at the truth? Then take a deep breath, grab a coffee, hit the like button, and subscribe to Soul Alchemy. Let's dive in. Let me describe a typical evening for you. You're staring at your phone screen. It's dark. No messages. Nothing catastrophic has happened. The world hasn't ended. But inside, there's an ice-cold knot of anxiety. You replay your last conversation in your head, hunting for hidden meanings in simple phrases, thinking, did I say something wrong? Was I too needy? And then, ding! A short, dry text arrives. That ice-cold knot instantly turns into a burning wave of euphoria. They replied! You've been fed a crumb of attention. And just like that, you're ready to wait, endure, and hope all over again. Does that sound familiar? We like to call this complex love, fatal passion, or chemistry. We tell ourselves that the more we suffer, the deeper the love. Culture, movies, books, music has spent centuries whispering that true love must be tragic, that it must be earned, suffered for, and fought for. But here is the brutal truth. What you're feeling isn't love, it's anxiety. It's a biological glitch that forces you to chase the person who is running away from you. Have you noticed the paradox? The moment someone appears who actually likes you, someone reliable, open, and available, you get bored. There's no spark, you tell yourself. They're too simple, too predictable. You miss the tension. You miss the fear of loss, because to your brain, unfortunately, peace equals indifference, and love equals pain. How did your settings get so scrambled? Why do we, like moths, fly toward the very fire that consumes us? To understand that, we have to go down into the basement of your memory, to the place where this script was first written, your childhood.
You might be thinking, am I a masochist? Do I enjoy suffering? No, you aren't a masochist. You are the victim of a very clever biological trap. Your brain is hooked on a needle called intermittent reinforcement. Think of a classic psychological experiment by B.F. Skinner. He put a rat in a box with a lever. Scenario A. The rat presses the lever and always gets food. It eats, gets full, and loses interest. It's predictable. It's boring. Scenario B. The rat presses the lever and food comes out randomly. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Do you know what happened? The rat started hitting that lever like a maniac. It forgot to sleep. It couldn't stop. Its brain went into a frenzy because of the uncertainty. Your relationship with a cold partner is that Skinner box. When someone loves you consistently, when they are always there, always reply, always kind, your dopamine, the pleasure chemical, stays at a steady, level baseline. That feels boring. It's predictable. Your brain, wired for drama, interprets this as a lack of chemistry. But when a person pulls you close and then pushes you away, oh, that's when the chemistry explodes. They don't call for 2 days, your stress levels, cortisol, skyrocket. You feel sick, you're shaking. Suddenly, they send an emoji, boom, a massive dopamine spike. Relief, a high. Your brain remembers that spike, and it wants to repeat it. You become a gambler in the casino of relationships. You sit at the slot machine, your phone, pulling the handle, hoping that this time you'll hit the jackpot of I love you. You aren't in love with a person. You're in love with the emotional roller coaster. You're addicted to the pain, relief, pain cycle. A healthy partner can't give you that kind of drug because they don't inflict the pain in the first place.
But biochemistry is only half the story. Dopamine explains how you get hooked. But why did you walk up to that specific slot machine in the first place? Why did you choose them instead of the stable person standing right next to you? This is where we have to open a door that many keep boarded up, the door to your childhood. Our brains are wired for survival, not happiness. And to the brain, survival means staying in familiar environments. Familiar equals safe, even if it hurts. Unfamiliar equals dangerous, even if it's good. If in your childhood love had to be earned, if your father was cold and distant and you fought for his approval, if your mother was anxious, swinging between smothering you and rejecting you, your brain learned an equation. Love equals effort plus anxiety. For you, to love means to pursue. It means guessing moods. It means being perfect so you won't be rejected. Then you grow up. You meet someone who is open, kind, and says, I like you. Your subconscious friend or foe scanner runs a check and returns an error. Too easy, your subconscious whispers. There's no familiar tension here, no suffering. This isn't love. This is boredom. We don't belong here. So you leave. You go look for someone who makes you feel that original childhood feeling, loneliness in a crowded room. You find someone emotionally unavailable, a workaholic, a narcissist, or someone just plain cold, and your brain happily clicks, aha, this is it. We're home. Now we can play the familiar game. I'll try harder and they'll reject me. Psychologists call this repetition compulsion. You are trying to rewrite your childhood script with a new actor, hoping that this time the ending will be different, that this time you'll finally earn the love. But spoiler alert, the ending is always the same.
Now get ready. This part might sting. We love to blame our cold partners. We call them narcissists, abusers, or emotional cowards. We say, I want love so badly. I'm so ready for intimacy, but they keep running away. But let's look at the truth. If you spend years choosing people who are unavailable, it means you are unavailable too. I know that sounds crazy. You'll say, what? I do everything for this relationship. I'm smothering them with love. Yes, you do everything to win their love. But surovaya pravda v tom, что you are terrified of actually receiving it. It's not a malfunction, it's a defense mechanism. As long as you are chasing someone who rejects you, you are safe, you are busy, you have a goal, you have drama, but most importantly, you don't have real intimacy. You don't have to truly open up, show your weaknesses, or risk being seen for who you really are and having them be disappointed. Your cold partner is the perfect cover. They guarantee that a true meeting of souls will never happen. You can play tag forever, but you'll never have to meet in the center. Think back to that boring person who was kind to you. Why did you run? You'll say, no chemistry. Psychology says it was too terrifying. Because healthy love means a real person is looking you in the eye and saying, I see you, I want you. And that is haunting, because now you have to do something with that. Now you are vulnerable. It's much safer to love a ghost, someone who is always slipping away. It allows you to feel like a tragic hero, a martyr for love, while never actually risking the terror of true connection. So the next time you ask, why are they running? Ask yourself, why did I choose someone I knew would run? What am I hiding from behind their back?
Okay, let's say you've realized this. You see the script. Now what? Just leave? Find someone normal? If it were that easy, therapists wouldn't have jobs. The moment you try to quit this game, you will hit a wall. You will go through literal withdrawal. Your brain, used to the dopamine roller coaster, will rebel. Without the chaos, without the waiting for the call, without the anxiety, the world will feel gray, flat, dead. You'll meet a healthy person, go on a date, and your brain will scream, boring! Where's the spark? Why am I not suffering? This isn't love. Remember this, boredom is safety. Healthy love always feels boring at first after a toxic relationship. It's like moving from a roller coaster to a comfortable sofa. At first, you feel like you're dying of inactivity, but you can only rest on a sofa. Only in peace can you build a home, have children, or create something great. You can't live on a roller coaster. You can only scream in terror and excitement until you get sick. Your task is to endure that boredom, to survive the detoxification. It's like a diet. After a year of fast food, drama, broccoli, a healthy relationship tastes like nothing. But if you'll prodirgious mesets, your receptors will clear, and you'll suddenly realize that peace has its own flavor, deep, rich, real. You'll start to notice that reliability is sexy, that predictability isn't a swamp, it's a foundation. When someone says, I'll call you, and they actually call, that is a bigger rush than 1,000 roses after a week of being ghosted. But to get there, you have to walk through the desert of withdrawal. Don't call the ex, don't hunt for drama, and don't fall for your brain's provocations. So you see the trap, you see the cycle. How do you stop stepping on the same landmines? How do you break out of this samsara of relationships and start choosing people who choose you? There are no magic pills, but there are tools. Here are 3 steps to rewire your brain. Step 1. Admit you are an addict. Stop calling it great love. Call it what it is. I am addicted to emotional turbulence. I am hunting for a hit of anxiety, not intimacy. When you strip away the romantic fluff, the situation becomes solvable. You aren't a character in a tragic novel. You're just a person hooked on a hormonal needle. Step 2. Lean into the boredom. The next time you meet someone who seems too simple, too kind, or too available, don't run. Give them a chance. Endure that first wave of boredom. Tell yourself, this isn't boring, it's safe. Let's see what happens next. Your goal isn't to fall in love at first sight. That's a myth for neurotics. It's to get to know a human being. Look behind the facade of their peace. You might find an entire ocean there, deep, warm, and yours.
Step 3. Become your own parent. Stop looking for mom or dad in your partners. Stop waiting for someone to come and love you enough to make up for your childhood. This is the hardest part. Look in the mirror and say, I am an adult. I can take care of myself. I don't need to earn love. I am already enough. When you fill that internal void with your own interests and your own life, you'll stop needing drama just to feel alive.
Recovery isn't when you stop feeling pain. It's when you stop looking for pain where it doesn't need to be. It's when you look at your phone and it's silent and you don't feel panic. You feel freedom. You realize that your happiness no longer depends on another person's mood, that you can be alone and you're good. One day you'll meet someone with whom it is easy, simple, without the theatrics, without the cat and mouse games, and your brain, healed from its addiction, will say, this is it. This is love. Not a firework that burns everything and goes out, but a warm, steady fire in the hearth that keeps the house warm during the coldest winter. Believe me, peaceful love is worth the withdrawal. It's worth growing up for. If you recognized yourself in this video, if you're tired of chasing ghosts, write, I choose myself in the comments. Let that be your first step toward freedom. Like the video if this helped, and subscribe to Soul Alchemy. We've only just started digging for the truth about you. And remember, real love never makes you feel small. I'll see you soon.